Okay, so we're going to be thinking about that cerebral cortex. Remember, we had said that we have that thin layer. It's 2 to 3 millimeters thick. That's not much, but it's right on the surface of the brain, and you have billions, with a B, billions of neurons in that thin layer. And so this is one of the places where we have cell bodies. Now, I'd said that we have, sort of buried inside, we have that fifth lobe of the brain, the insula. But then we have other regions that we mentioned some last time. We had said the red nucleus, and I'd said, what is a nucleus? A nucleus is a location within the brain where you have cell bodies, nerve cell bodies. So we have nuclei, and we have the cerebral cortex, and we have the limbic system. These are all places where we're going to have neurons. All the rest of this stuff is pathways, is the neurons extending from one location to another. So when we look at those neurons, we have two different kinds. I'm going to show you my computer that I have sitting here, and we have two different kinds. One of them is kind of like a star, and the other is pyramidal. And you can sort of see from that one, it's sort of a little bit of a pyramid shape, and this one is a star shape. The star-shaped ones are called stellate, and the pyramid-shaped ones are pyramidal. What can I say? They don't really look like a pyramid, but let me draw. I've got a board here. It's so nice. So stellate neurons, they kind of like a star, right? Whereas the pyramidal are like that. And so the pyramidal have this sort of a pyramid shape, and around sort of like a sun star shape is the stellate. It ends up, the neurons that are sensory, that are receiving information, are the stellate, and the pyramidal are producing outputs. And so at any given location, I'd said in the parietal lobe, you're going to be receiving information, but then what do you do with that information? This is the somatosensory region. So you're sensing your skin, and let's say you feel a bug crawling on your face. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to do that, right? Well, how do you do that? Well, you have to communicate with another part of the brain, voluntary motion, frontal lobe, all that stuff. So you have to have an output. So the stellate neurons are receiving the information, and then when they send an output that says, slap that bug off, you're going to do it through the pyramidal type of neurons. And it ends up that when we look at the layers, at that 2 to 3 millimeters only, a very small layer on the surface of the brain, cerebral cortex, what we find is we have layers. It's a layering where the different layers are going to either be receiving information or producing an output. And so this is going to be on slide number 5. So slide number 5, we can see, I'm going to just sort of show it to you. So you can see right here, those are pyramids here. So we have layers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Notice layer number 4, that's a stellate. That is a stellate neuron. And then these other layers, 1, 2, and 3, and 5, and 6, are going to be pyramidal producing outputs to other places. So layers 1, 2, and 3, these are outputs that are going to various other parts of your brain. 5 and 6 are going to be producing outputs to lower descending fibers, going down into your lower part of your brain or into your body. So we have 6 layers, and all of those layers except for one, number 4, are going to be producing outputs. The first 3 are going to have pyramidal neurons, and they're going to be producing outputs to other parts of your brain. The 4th layer is going to be the sensory layer, and then the 5th and the 6th are going to be producing outputs through descending fibers. Okay, what is next? All right.